We are here in the seat of Kooyong. This is a little flavour of what voters were telling us as they went in to vote this morning. Is there any party that's particularly speaking to you? Do you like the independent?
No, I'll just go for Peter Dutton. He seems pretty authentic. And that's it. He seems real authentic and he doesn't lie.
You're right. What is the one thing that you'd like to see changed? And is there any particular party that's speaking to your priorities?
Well, I think the cost of living is a big problem for a lot of people, and I'd like to see that addressed.
What are you worried about?
Just the cost of living. The price of goods.
Anyone speaking to you in particular about addressing the issue? You like the Teal Independent, you like Labor, like Liberals?
Nah, not really, none of them really.
What are you going to do in there?
I don't know, make mine up as we get in.
Okay, good luck. But you'll vote for the Liberals anyway.
Well, I'm not voting specifically for him. I'm voting for the Liberal Party.
Concerned about it this election?
Roads. Potholes in the roads.
Oh.
Probably whether I can buy a house in a few years, and also cost of living for my family and for everyone across the nation.
Has anyone said anything this campaign that would alleviate those concerns for you?
I mean, I've followed it quite broadly, so I've tried to track what everyone's been saying, but I don't really I haven't fully given myself one distinct box, but I've kind of looked at the holistic views of the parties as well and what kind of aligns with myself and
Are you voting for the first time?
Second time.
So as you'd expect, cost of living very high on voters' minds here, but there is always someone that's worried about potholes. And we even heard Amelia Hamer, one of her big promises. She's going to get things done for people when it comes to roads, even though it's either a council or state level government issue. But anyway, I digress. So Amelia Hamer was good enough to talk to us this morning. We put to her about the issues about how transparent she was and whether she should have been more upfront with voters about not only being a renter but a property investor as well in the middle of a cost of living crisis when we're talking about housing. We asked to speak to Monique Ryan after she would come here and answer some pretty reasonable questions in the middle of this campaign. She declined. We asked her anyway because she's at a pre-poll booth this morning. She's speaking to voters. We asked her to speak to you as an audience as well. Just ask Monique how she's going. Monique, hi. Hi, how are you going this morning? We're just live on Skype.
I'm actually just trying to...
Oh, yeah, we don't want to interrupt, but we just wanted to...
Is that right?
Yeah, we are. Well, in the interest of a bit of transparency, we just thought maybe we'd just want to know how your campaign's going this morning.
It's going well, thanks, Laura.
Yep.
But I am here to engage with voters. We're at pre-poll. It's the middle of the election campaign. So I'm not sure that it's really ideal for you to be interrupting the process.
Have you had any other have you had any other thoughts about whether it's okay to pay influencers?
Thanks.
Sorry, Laura, she's already declined the interview.
Yeah, I know, but we are in public. This is in the interest of transparency, wouldn't you thought?
She's
No?
already declined the interview. If you could just go back to...
Okay, so we tried. So as you can see, Monique Ryan was pretty unhappy with us asking her questions, filming her this morning. Her volunteers were really sensitive as soon as we got here this morning as well. But let me say one thing about Monique Ryan and that exchange this morning. Why she wants to avoid reasonable questions should be examined, not just by us in the mainstream media, but by any influencer, any voter. 3 years ago, Monique Ryan won this seat. She campaigned on transparency. She campaigned on wanting a better form of politics. Well, after 3 years, you have to ask yourself whether she has achieved that, whether freezing out media, reasonable questions actually fits in with what she promised. Having a disdain for media, complaining about the media is like complaining about the weather. The best part of our democracy is that from the Prime Minister and opposition leader down, they can be walking down the street and they can be asked any question. Why you would refuse that? Why you would refuse to answer questions from not just a professional journalist, but from any voter really beggars belief. And it goes against what she promised. You cannot just speak to people that agree with you. Politics is about a contest of ideas. It's about being challenged on what you believe. And this is a diverse electorate. Yes, she holds it by a margin of 3.5%. That means a lot of people in this electorate don't agree with her. So why not speak to them? Well, she refused to do so this morning, and I don't think it's in keeping with better transparency or the better politics that she spoke about. What we also need to consider here is that there has been claims of misogyny in this seat of Kooyong, and perhaps it's not misogyny. Perhaps it is her unwillingness to answer questions that would scrutinise some of her policies or her conduct. Setting a standard, or at least trying to set a standard that absolutely no one can meet, is what Monique Ryan perhaps has tried to do over the last 3 years. No one blames you for not being a perfect politician, but they at least want you to be a little bit honest about it. The campaign posters that we saw quite an aggressive man stomp on in Monique Ryan's campaign, absolutely unacceptable. But to say that she's only asked tough questions because she is a woman is completely wrong.